We're talking about the shape of trapezoid, and in this example, we want to apply properties of trapezoids. So JKLM is an isosceles trapezoid. Use given information to solve each problem. So in this case, it asks us to find DC if JK is equal to 9 and LM is equal to 18. So it says JK is equal to 9 and LM is equal to 18. And this is going to be the mid-segment theorem, where the two bases added together allow us to calculate DC there. So we can say DC is equal to, and we're going to use our average formula. And whenever we use average, we're taking the average of two things. So we're going to add two things together and divide by 2. Then we'll have 9 plus 18 divided by 2. So we will get DC is equal to 27 divided by 2. So DC is equal to 13.5. Next one we have, it says find JK. So JK is up at the top up here. And if we're not sure what it is, we're going to label it with an X. And if CD is equal to 23 and LM is equal to 30. And we're going to do the exact same mid-segment formula. So in this case, we're trying to find out what X is. So the mid-segment in this case is 23. So 23 is equal to, and we're going to use the average formula. So we're going to add two things together and divide by 2. And the two things that we're adding together are X and 30. And now we have to solve this to get X by itself. So to get rid of that 2, we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 2. That's going to cancel our 2 right there. And we're going to be left with 46 is equal to X plus 30. Now we want to get X by itself, so we're going to subtract 30 from both sides of the equal sign. And we are going to be left with 16 is equal to X. So JK is equal to 16. We have number 3 and 4. And it says, what is the value of X if JK is equal to 2X minus 4, 2X minus 4, and LM is equal to 4X plus 8, 4X plus 8. And CD is equal to 23. So we can use our mid-segment formula again. And so our mid-segment, which is 23, is going to be equal to the two bases, the average of the two bases, or the two bases added together and divided by 2. So we're going to have 2X minus 4 and 4X plus 8. And we want to get our x's by itself. So we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 2. And that's denominator out of there. So it's a little bit simpler to work with. And then we're left with 46 is equal to, what's left is we have 2x and 4x. That's going to be equal to 6x. And then we have negative 4 and 8. That is going to be equal to positive 4. So we can subtract 4 and subtract 4. 4's cancel, and we're left with 42 is equal to 6x. And then in order to get x by itself, we're going to divide by 6. Our 6's cancel, and we're left with 7 is equal to x. Number 4, what is the value of x if jk is equal to 15? So jk is equal to 15. Lm is equal to 4x minus 1. And CD is equal to 3x. And we're going to use the same formula. We're going to use that mid-segment formula again. So 3x is equal to the two bases added together and divided by 2. So we got 15 and 4x minus 1. Same first step. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 because I don't like having the denominator. If I can get rid of it, I'm going to get rid of it. So the 2's cancel on the right side. And we're going to be left with 6x equals, and we have a 15 and a negative 1. And so that comes together to be 14. And we still have our plus 4x. Then we're going to subtract 4x from both sides of the equal sign because we have x's on both sides, and we're going to be left with 2x is equal to 14. And then when we divide both sides by 2, divide by 2, and we get x is equal to 7. And we have a few more to work with here. Number 5, find the measure of angle L if the measure of angle KJC is equal to 113. So KJC is equal to 113 degrees. And then it says find the measure of angle L. And the measure of angle L is over here. So some things that we know that angles are congruent. Base angles are congruent because this is an isosceles triangle. So we know this is 113. So this is also 113 degrees. And we also know that angles that share a leg are supplementary. So supplementary is 180 degrees. So we can say 180 degrees minus 113 degrees. And that is going to tell us that that is 67. So the measure of angle L is equal to 67 degrees. What value of x if KL is 144 and DL is 2x? So KL is 144. So in this case, we can see that KL is the full length, and that is 144. So we can mark our drawing. That's the full length of that side is 144. And we know that that's mid-segment there. So DL is 2x. So DL is 2x. So that means that KD is also 2x. So I've worked this one out already for number 6. So we know that KL is 144 and DL is 2x. Based off the drawing, we know that 144 is equal to 2x plus 2x. So 144 is equal to 2x plus 2x, combine like terms, and we get x is equal to 36. Next we have is number 7, and it says, what is the value of x if the measure of angle K is 115 degrees and so the measure of angle K is 115 degrees and the measure of angle L is 3x plus 26. So we have K and L, and we already have 113 written down there. So we are going to have to duplicate that because that's the only drawing that works for that one. So the measure of angle K is, we said, was 115. So in this case, we're changing this to 115 degrees. And the measure of angle L is 3x plus 26. So that's that angle right there. So because these are two angles that share a leg, we know that those are supplementary. So we can bring in a work that I've already completed. And so we have 180 is equal to the measure of angle K plus the measure of angle L. Substitute the values in. Combine our 115 and 26 to 144. Subtract it from both sides. And we get 39 is equal to 3x. Divide both sides by 3. And we get 13 is equal to x. The next one we have is we have number 8. And it says, what is the value of x if the measure of angle J is 5x minus 12? 5x minus 12. So J is 5x minus 12. And measure of angle DCM. Oh, DCM. So I have to move this drawing. So this has to be right here. We have to move this to this drawing right here. And that's going to be 5x minus 12. And because we know that these lines are parallel, and DCM is x plus 26. So I also have this one worked out already. Because these are parallel, we know that corresponding angles are congruent, so we can set those equal to each other. So here we can say that the measure of angle J is equal to the measure of angle DCM. Substitute the values in. We want to get our x's together, so we subtract x, we get 4x minus 12 equals 26. We want to get our constants together, so we add 12. And 26 plus 12 should be 40. Oh, 38. Should be 38. And 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. So we get, for number 8, we get x is 9.5. And for number 7, we got x is 13. And the last one We have if JE is 8, if JE is 8 right there, and EL is 7x plus, or 7x minus 5, and MK is 4x plus 15. What can we do there? And we know that diagonals are congruent. So we can say that 8 plus 7x minus 5 is equal to 4x plus 15. And we can go through the steps to answer that one as well. And we can combine like terms on the left side. So we get 8 minus 5 is 3. Keep the 7x, keep the stuff on the right. Get our constants together, so we subtract 3, and we get 7x equal to 4x plus 12. Get our x's together, we subtract 4x from both sides, and we get 3x is equal to 12. Divide by 3, and we get x is equal to 4 for number 9.